Okay, so it's new sight day. I got a new sight for the bow. Got a sight for the bow, finally. This is a CBE Trek Pro V3V Micro. We'll get more into this sight in a later date. But one thing that I wanted to talk about, and kind of show you what I done, was setting your axis on your sights. Your first and your second axis and your third axis. These are the most important things that you'll ever do to your bow sight. If you don't, especially on a mover, you're not going to hit where you want to aim. So, first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to level the scope to the sight bar, and I'm going to take it off. The easiest way for me to do it and how I've done it is I'm just going to take the scope, I'm just going to take the entire sight off of the bow. So now that I got the sight off the bow, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Hamskea tool and I'm going to clip that on the sight rail itself. And we are way far to the right. So the good thing about these is they got hash marks right down there that tells you where to set it. So since that is kicking way far down, what I'm going to do is loosen the screws on this, and I'm just going to turn it and be very, I ain't going to crack it up too much, but I'm just going to move my sight up. Be very careful not to move anything that's snugged. I'm going to recheck it. That's good. So now that I've got this, got my scope housing leveled up to my bar, I'm going to put the sight back on it. And then you can do it with this one, but I'm going to put my sight back on and I'm going to adjust these nuts on the back. I'm going to adjust my whole assembly to the bow riser. We'll put that back in there. And now I'm going to take this, and if I can put it on the riser, yep, I'll fit this on the riser. I leveled off of the string. I used to level off the string before, but I kind of felt like it can turn on the string, and it kind of gave me a weird reading. And this table is not the sturdiest thing in the world, but right there is perfect. So I can see that this is turned up a lot. So now I can go in the back here and pop these. I got an Allen wrench, a short one that'll fit in there a lot better. This one should. It's just too small. Okay, we finally found an Allen wrench that actually would fit. So I'm just going to bust this loose with this Allen wrench. Go just a hair more. Right there. Right there's perfect. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. I'm going to be very careful and tighten these up slowly and easily at a time, working from top to bottom, bottom to top, don't matter. Just make sure that you don't move nothing whenever you're doing it. Now, if I'm going to adjust the third axis on this bow, the best thing to do is to shoot it in. And what I'm doing there is, there's a third axis sitting here. You're pitching the scope out or in like that whenever you shoot. You can easily check it by just, I can loosen this up here on the vise, and I can put it at a downward angle and level everything up so I can see right there, and this gets it close. So I can see that right there that my sight needs to come in. If your bubble is to the right, your sight needs to come in. If your bubble's to the left, your sight needs to come out to adjust for that. So I can get it close this way, and what we will do is I'll leave this at the angle that I need it. You got two bottom nuts down here, so I will bust them loose underneath here. And then turn my sight in. I busted them a little too much. I need it to stay. That's about perfect. Okay, so that's got that. And your third axis is important for when you're shooting uphill and downhill shots. You'll have a lot of left and right impacts. If your third axis, uphill and downhill, if your third axis isn't adjusted. So there you go, guys. That's how I adjust my first, second, and third axis on all of my sights. It's quick, it's simple, it's easy, it's clean. It doesn't take a lot of time to do it, but not a lot of people do it anyway. So we'll go in and we'll dive into shooting the third axis in and everything else in a later video and make sure everything's all squared away. But hope that helps you out, guys.